Hello everyone! How are y'all doing tonight? I'm excited. We're going to make a Mother's Day something today. And we're going to do it with a lot less supplies. Because right now sometimes it's a little hard to find supplies. So I thought we would kind of do something that wasn't going to take quite as much supplies. Hi, how are you? Alright, so we're going to be doing the crisscross method. And I thought the best way to show you how the base works is to use different colors. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to put this frame together. Hey, hey! Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Alright. We're going to use this frame, but I'm going to show you how to do it on this one. Okay? And we're going to use 2 different colors so you understand how this works. Okay. 2, 4, 6. We only need halves on this. Alright. So this, of course, was created by Brenda at Busy Bee. So, and I love it because, y'all, you can use a lot less supplies. Alright, so you have 6 pipe cleaners that you cut in half. Now, you can leave them whole if you want, but I think cutting them in half kind of helps because then you know, okay, all I'm going to do is put mesh in here, no ribbon goes in here. And you're going to need 12 full ones. Okay, so let me zoom in here. So I have ours made that we're going to be using, but I'm going to show you this one. So usually when you do your own frame on the Dollar Tree frame, I go at every crossbar on the top, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So every crossbar, a whole pipe cleaner, okay? Each one. I like to slip some under that crossbar just to keep it in place. Of course, you can only do that on the crossbars, but that's okay. Alright. Crossbar. So if you want to make your own frames using the Dollar Tree, you can do it with only using 12. You don't have to use 18 like you do with the work wreath. Okay. Yeah, you can use 2 different colors because you're not going to see the one. And I'll show you why. Okay. Okay. I'm just pulling them up here so they're not in my way. So we're going to put all of the full size on first, because that's probably what you're used to doing on these when you're making wreaths. So you see how we have one on every crossbar. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to go in the middle on the bottom. And I always do 2, and y'all, I tighten it to the point that I bend the frame. Do you see? I do that because it's not going to move. Nobody's going to see that I tightened it really tight. It's not going to hurt it. Okay. There we go. So if you were going to make like one of those ones that you put in between the door, can't think of the name of it right now, Melly Mel's pancake wreath. This is what you would do, right? You would use this. Y'all, my allergies are making me crazy today. Okay. Alright, all the full size are on. This is the way you normally do, just like a wreath, right? Now, this I think is the easiest way to remember this. In between the full size, you're going to put a half. So around the top, you're going to put a half like this. Okay, half here, half here, half here. Okay. Not hard to remember. Okay. Half here. And remember, if you want to do a full one, that's okay too. Hello, everyone. Right now I'm doing Clemson colors, so don't tell my hubby. He would be mad. Okay. These are the ones I had a lot of pipe cleaners. Okay, so there we go. So you see how the small one, or the one that you're not going to put tails in, goes in between the full size. Okay, I just think the half size makes it a little bit easier to remember. Alright, now, we did the top. Now we're going to do the bottom. So we have full ones on the crossbar. So now, small ones are going to go on the crossbar. It's harder to get a small size one on the crossbar. So you could just do it on the crossbar without having to use both layers. That works fine. You're not going to see these because what we're going to do is we're just going to tuck them under, and we're going to put ties, we're going to put poofs in that first. Okay? So I think the easiest way to remember it is wherever you put a full one, you're going to put a half one either above or underneath it. Uh-oh, what's going on, Cynthia? Oh no, you fell and fractured your ribs? Oh, I'm so sorry. I will tell you that it took a good probably month or 5 weeks for my mom to feel better when she fell and fractured her pelvis. So just give it time. Alright, so you see how this works. So you have full ones where you normally have them, and then half ones either above or below the full ones. Okay, now we've done that. Alright, now we're going to talk about why we did that. So the small ones is what we're going to do our poofs in first. Okay, and I'm going to show you why I like this. Okay, so I'm just opening up the small ones because that's all I'm going to do right now. Okay. And probably we should put the large ones down. Okay. So just pick a place to start. Probably a crossbar is good. And let's get the ties out. Okay, so this is our mesh. This is gorgeous mesh. Look at this mesh. I mean, it's like, oh, it's premium mesh. Okay, so this is the more expensive mesh, right? Because it is like that double foil. Okay, so I don't want to use a whole bunch of stuff on this. So this is the perfect method. Because guess what? We're not even going to use the whole roll. Alright, so you take, scrunch it up, go right before your tie. So remember, we're starting with the small ties. And tie it down. You're not going to use this tie yet until you come around, just like you normally do. That way, you know where you started. So essentially, this zip tie acts as the beginning tie. All right, and then when you come back around, you're going to use this tie that we have here. All right, so doesn't matter which way you go. I think it's kind of, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. And let's look at this too. If you are not comfortable with my method, you can measure on your table, do the 10. Now, look what we do. We go from the bottom to the top. So from the small to the small. Okay, put it down and tie it off. Now remember, we're only doing the ones with the half pipe cleaner. So tie it off and tuck it under. And I forgot to tell my mom I was going on. Shoot. Alright. Ross. Okay. I just go 1, 2, 3 like this. Or you can see it is 10 inches. Can you go tell Grandma Mom I forgot?
Yep.
Thank you, baby. Alright. So I'm just tying it. And then I'm going to pull out the poof. Look how pretty that mesh is. It's just like, oh. Okay, then we go 1, 2, 3. And we go to the top. Thank you, baby. So what we're going to do is we're going to do them all the way around, and then we're going to go on top of them. Okay, so that's where the crisscross comes in. So if you don't know, this was invented by Brenda at, is it Custom Wreaths by Busy Bee or Wreaths by Busy Bee Custom Creations? Hopefully she's on here. There she is, Wreaths by Busy Bee Custom Creations. Okay. So she is the magical inventor of this. I think next time we're going to try out one of Crazy Maisie's pixie wreaths, because that looks interesting to me too. All right. So if you're going to struggle with the smaller ties, put whole ones. Maybe just do different colors. Like put a color, because you're not really going to see what's on the bottom. Right? Is that right? I thought that looked a little big. Okay. It's a little different because you're not going very far. And you have to remember to go up and down and not to the next tie. So, see, like I want to go there, but I know I have to go down here. So, just watch yourself. Hi, Charlie and Sophia. Yeah, you want to see the sign? So this is the sign. So I essentially made the sign to match the mesh because I was going to use Pam's sign, but I couldn't find mesh I liked. So we did something else. I'll have to find some mesh that matches it. She has a Mother's Day one that has a heart, and I wanted to use it, but I gotta get some mesh. Alright. So we're almost back. Just a few more. And then we're going to go across these. Alright. If you have trouble with your hands, I do suggest you use full-size ties, because it is a little challenging. Oh, that's why it felt funny. Okay. Okay, hold on. We had a broken tie. Okay. There we go. Now this mesh, of course, is thicker than normal mesh because it is premium mesh. Thank you. Do you like it? I like it. I think it turned out really cute. Alright, so now we're back to where we started. You see, there's our zip tie. So, we're going to do our 10-inch poof. And this time, we're going to tie it down. We may have to have a big tie. You're not going to see it. We're just going to tie it. That tie is too small for me to get around the whole thing. So, we will just fix that up. There. Alright, now we have completed all of the bottom. So, I'm going to start, apparently these were not the best. Hold on. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to start opening these up because I want to make sure I know where they are, so I'm not fumbling for them while I'm going around. Alright. So now you're going to go to the big ties. Okay. So you've done half. Now we're going to do the other half. So we have top and bottom. This way I'm just not struggling trying to find it when I'm in the middle of trying to go from one tie to the next. Okay.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey. So I'm going to go from here.
Good night, Carson. Good night, Carson.
That one keeps slipping over. I'll have to do something to fix that. Okay. So we go to the top. And so what you're essentially doing is you are going over the one that's on the bottom. Okay? So you're going to the big ones and you're going across the previous one. So that's why you don't care about the ones that are on the bottom that have the either other colored pipe cleaners or the short ones. Okay? You just have to remember the same thing. You're going bottom, top. You see how it has that little crisscross thing? Very cool. I like that. It's different. And I love this mesh, so we're not covering it. We're not going to put another kind of anything on it. So we're going to be using a lot less supplies. And that's what I wanted you to see. Because right now it can be hard to find supplies. Besides, if you make it for a little bit less, that gives you more of a profit margin, right? And that's what's important. Okay. I am tying it several times. This mesh is a little thicker, so you definitely want to tie it down a little bit more securely. It's cool, right? Yeah. And Brenda's on here. I know I saw her. She showed us this when I did one of the marathons, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. And I liked it a lot. So I decided, okay, we have to do it again. It's funny, when I first started making deco mesh wreaths, I didn't put, you know, I would just do like poofs and nothing else. Kind of reminds me of when I was doing that. Okay. So you can do a wreath with one mesh. You don't need more than one. Which is, seriously, I told you these ties are like not great. Hold on. Let me fix it. I'm not sure where I got these ties from, but they're not the best. Okay. Just remember, you're always going the opposite direction. So if you're at the bottom, your next tie is going to be at the top. That's kind of how you can keep yourself from getting lost. I even like the sound of this mesh. Isn't that funny? That's all that crinkly. That's all that crinkly sound. Okay. I don't have much. Maybe that's what it is. Well, you know, I am used to working with the other kind, and they're really strong. Okay, so I think we've gotten through all of them. Yep. So, I'm just going to cut this off. All right, let me show you how much I got left. So this is how much mesh I have left. Not a whole lot, but I didn't use the whole thing. All right, so we're going to take our end, go around the back, zip tie it down. So you can see there's where we started. And this is where we'll end. But I like it because you can spend a little bit more on your mesh and get a really nice mesh, but you're only going to have to use one. So, how awesome. So you see how full that is? You can't see the frame. There's no possible way to see the frame. Alright. So you see how cute that's going to be on there? This is in my store. Woo! I'm hot, y'all. Alright, so these are our ribbons. So we've got pink, green, and white. Pink, green, and white, and yellow. Pink and green. Pink with white dots. And green with white dots. So I know that there's black in here, and I have some black in the side, but I'm not messing with that because I really want to pull out the pinks and the greens. Isn't that easy? Okay. Hi. How are you? Alrighty. So I had 3 different 2.5 inch. Okay. And I only had 2 of the 1.5 inch. So what I did is this one I put with this cute one, and then the green and pink I put with both the green and the pink. So we actually have like 3 different ribbon sets. But since we only have 12 ties, it works. Alright. So I'm going to pinch it, fold it over, get our little birdie. Let's get these out of the way. Hold them on. Okay. There we go. Oh, and these all were cut at 12 inches. So we'll just start like at the bottom. Tie it on. 3 or 4 good times. Then we're just going to trim it off and push it down. Alright, and then we'll spread out our ribbons like this. Okay. We'll go to the next one. Same thing. Pinch in the middle. I'm going to do all the ones at the bottom first. Just because I think it's easier for me to keep track of if I do the bottom first and then I'll go to the top. Okay, so spread out. There we go. There it is. Seriously? I'm telling y'all. I don't know. It's definitely the ties. I don't think it's my strength. It's the ties. I don't know what's going on with these ties. Okay. These ribbons, you can get them from Trendy Tree. You can get them from the Wreath shop. Okay. And I know both of them are shipping. So, there. This one got over too far. I'm afraid to pull on my little ties now. Okay. So we're back to this one. There we go. You could use the deco ties instead of using the, or the tinsel ties instead of using the pipe cleaners. They're a little bit sturdier. And when I'm talking about that, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's called tinsel ties, sometimes it's called deco rope. It just depends on where you get it. This is essentially what they're put on the work wreaths. Stuff works great, and it doesn't break apart like pipe cleaners do. I know Craft Outlet has it, but I'm not sure who else does. Okay. Whoop, I'm squashing stuff. Yep, one left. Then we'll go to the top. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to move to the top. Did you see how much less this uses? It really does use a lot less. So you only have 12 ties, so 24 ribbons, as opposed to 36 or 26. Wait, is that right? 36. Okay. And you're only using one roll of mesh, which is even better. Alright, so up top I'm kind of doing the crisscross with the ribbon. There it is. Now this goes deep in here, so if you wanted your ribbon to show more, you would want to cut your ribbons a little bit longer, like maybe 13 or 14 inches. It really just depends on how you want it to look, right? Because this is what I would call deep. It's deep in there because it's way down into the poof. So that's up to you. My Bella is your Gracie. Bella's doing real good too. She's sleeping. But she's doing really good. Her little thing healed up real well. And she's been having lots of fun. Again. She's been having lots of fun barking at the dogs that come by. I'm just going to tie it around. Okay. So, she's all happy. Okay. Definitely a bad batch of pipe cleaners. It does happen. Okay. I know it's awesome to have a new method, isn't it? I'm excited. Sometimes I feel like I just do the same thing over and over. So. Of course, I hardly ever show y'all grapevines. I just don't know if y'all would be interested in those. Okay. We do grapevines in my group a lot. Well, and arrangements. We do wreaths. I like it. It's like little flower. It's like little ribbon flowers. That's what it looks like to me. Like little ribbon poof flowers. Thank you, Ava. Okay. All right. There we go. Look how cute that is. How cute is that? See, it doesn't need anything else. All right. But we need our sign and we need our bow. Okay. I'm just going to do top and bottom. So when I have a sign that's like this, that's the, what is it, vertical, I will just do top and bottom. Is it vertical? Horizontal. Okay. Thank you. I love the colors too. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Jean. Okay. There it goes. Couldn't get it, find the little hole. There we go. Alrighty. Pink buzz on it. So, we could do it right in the middle, or we could do it on the side and then put a big old bow. We could even do a few bows. All right. Let's do let's do a bow with long tails and a bow with like almost no tails. Yeah, it was bad. You don't have to put bows on it when you do them, but we always like to make a bow just because it's fun. All right, let's do one with almost no tails. All right, and let's do a Lisa bow. We're gonna do a Lisa bow. Okay. So with the Lisa bow, we're gonna do really short tails, like 6 or 7 inches. Okay. We're gonna do 6-inch loop. Gonna pull our tail out here. Just get it out of the way. Alright, so with the Lisa bow, you do a 3-loop bow. So you end up with 2 loops on one side and 2 tails and a loop on the other side. Okay? So remember, we want short, so we'll do that. Alright. Now, of course, we need to come in from the other side so that we can get our tails over here. So we can put it over here. And this is the Pro Bow 4-in-1. You don't have to use these bow makers if you don't want to. They're convenient because they have measurements on it, and because it gets really heavy holding all this ribbon in your hand after a while. Alright, so we'll end up with our 2 loops over here, like that, and our 2 tails over here. Okay. There we go. So see how this works, right? So you have 2 loops with 1 loop in the middle. And on the other side, you have 2 loops with 1 loop in the middle. I like it because it works out. All right. So we go to the other side because we want to get our tails on this side. So see, all you're doing is just doing the opposite each time to make sure that you are getting the tails on the right side. That's how the bow works out. Is you have to have those tails go opposite. Okay. So if you make a really pretty wreath like this, it's a good idea to go ahead and get in the habit of making a bow. Because even if you don't want to put a bow on it, you can sell the bow to go with it. Okay? So good habit. Wait, y'all, see, I was about to do the wrong way. Okay, so it goes on this side. I am twisting each time because you want to get that pretty side of the ribbon up. This does have a good side and a bad side. It's very hard to tell because it's very similar, but it does have a good side and a bad side. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what do we do with, oh, there it is. You know what, let's just stop it there. Alright, so we can get our zip tie. Run it under the whole thing. Okay, we just need to get it started so we can get it out of the bow maker. So see, I'm just going to take this, run it around the back, and start to tighten it. And then I'm going to fluff it out. See, in pulling the tails like that, it almost makes the bow like completely round. Okay, let's get some of this. This stuff is great for tying in bows. It's great for putting in bows, especially if you're going to send it to someone or sell it, because it is much sturdier than a pipe cleaner, and it's not going to come off. Okay, so now we got it. Let's fluff. So we need to get all of our tails to do their little curl. Okay. Like that. Pretty colors, huh? Alright, and then our loops to fluff out. Okay, so there's one. Oh, I can cut the zip tie out now because we fluffed. Alright. The mesh came from, where did the mesh come from? I think it came from Trendy Tree. Or it might have been left over from my kit last year. Am I doing all the top row first? I did all the bottom row first, and then I did the top row. Okay, so we're going to start this one with longer tails. So let's do like maybe 18-inch tail. Okay. And we're using a different ribbon on the bottom, you see? Okay. And just because we're making the bow doesn't mean we have to put it on the wreath. Okay, so we'll start out at 6. We're going to do this one a little differently. Okay. So 6-inch, twisting in the center. And I did throw it on the ground just because it's easier. I don't know why it makes it easier, but it's just easier to get the ribbon out. Okay. Plus, it's easier for me to see where to cut my tails. Okay. So this is how we're going to do this one. Yep, stitches are out. Okay. We have a 2.5-inch. This has 2. Alright, now I can flip it around this way so you can watch what I'm doing. I just wanted to get this one right. Okay, so these are our tails. We want tails coming out front. We have 2 loops. We're going to go in with our 1.5. Okay, so we just put it down. Make sure it's about the same length. Doesn't have to be exactly. Okay. We're going to do 1 loop. So right in the center here, 1 loop. Okay. There we go. Oh, cut it off. So we have 2, 1. Come in with the bright pink next. I love this pink with the little dots in the center. Okay. Alright. You can vary the lengths of your tail if you want. Okay. So we will do 2 more loops. Okay. So this is a 2-1, 2-1 bow. Okay. Bring it out. Chop it off. Okay. I am dovetailing the ends. I'm not doing anything to this yet because I'm not sure what I want to do to it. Oh, it almost getting snow. I wish we would get snow. We never got snow. Alright, we're going back with this one. Okay. We're going to do one again. I like to make these bows for mailboxes, for staircases, or wreaths. But they look really, really pretty on your stairway, and they look like on your banister and on your mailbox. And y'all, these things do totally fine outside. They're not going to wither because of the weather. They're made to go withstand that. Alright, so I want to finish with this one. As it kind of ties the whole thing in. Alright, so we place it down there. Alright. Now we're going to go just slightly smaller. Okay. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little. Okay. And so if I'm going to change the size, what I can do is bring these up and make sure they match, and then I can just match the one I just made like that. What you doing, Mama? Coming up ideas for these ribbons? These? Oh, you just now got in? Oh no. Yeah, our internet's been wacky lately. You know what's going on. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we still have 2. So we're going to finish out with 1. And we used all of our ribbon. Every one that we used in the wreath. It fell on the ground, but it's not going to matter because I only need 1 loop. So, alright. That is so funny. It just rolled right off the table onto the floor. Okay. There we go. Alright, same dealio. Grab a zip tie. Oh, I'll have to go back and look for it, Janet. I didn't see it. I'll have to go look in my junk mail and see if it went flying in there. Okay. Here we go. Right there. Okay. So you can see where the dention is. So we just go around the back. I always kind of check and make sure everything is in here because it really stinks if you put it in here and something didn't get in that tie. Okay. So we're going to put this on this one. Okay, pull it under there. Alright, now we're just going to pull things out. Make sure that they are doing what we want them to. All of these are down in the front. Okay. These. There. Okay. Tighten it. Ugh. Alright, and then So while we're fluffing it, you can keep your zip tie in the back so that you can use it to fluff. Okay. Okay. So I'm kind of twisting and fluffing at the same time. Like that. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, now we can get these going. I think she's trying to get Sassy to get in bed with my dad. That's so funny. Alright. There we go. You see? Alright, now. On the wreath, we have a few choices. We can put this bow. We could even put this bow in the middle and nothing else. Also, I'm just giving you options. Alrighty. Take that off. Thank you. If I ever come to Canada, I will come and make you bunches. So we could do it on one side. And we could do our sign on the other. We could even put this one at the top. Now I think that's a little overload. But we could also do that one, this one, and this one. So you tell me what you think. Or we could just do the sign. Thank you. What do y'all like? Just the Lisa bow. And no sign? Or Lisa bow and a sign? Like I have it now. Thank you. So is that the way we like it? And I can't even seat this bow in further by kind of tucking it down so that it's more level. Or I can fluff it up so that it is larger than the sign. Smaller one on the wreath, yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Alright, let's do kind of, so I'm just going to tie it around the tie so that it is not, so see here, I just went right around the tie so that it's not glaringly larger. Hold on, I caught a ribbon in there. There we go. See, right there. So that it's not a lot larger than the sign. Okay, then you can kind of fluff it up. Oh, let's angle those. Okay, so you fluff it up so that it's kind of popping up like this. There we go. All right, and then so we can do our sign kind of under here, like that, and do it a little angled. Or we could do it directly opposite. Big bow is thank you. Yeah, you know I have to fluff. I have to fluff everything. So what do you think? I know, right? See, that's why I was kind of thinking about angling it. So then you still get a good view of the mesh. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is go down here where the tie is. And I'm actually going to sneak past that one. Alright. So I'm not going where this tie is. I'm kind of going where one of the ones that we did earlier was. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Way too busy? Is it the colors? I kind of like the colors. But you know what? You got to figure out what you like. These are very vibrant colors. Okay. But I like vibrant colors. And vibrant colors look really good on the internet. Yeah. No bow. Big bow inside. Hold on. So let me tell y'all what y'all could do. You could make something like this and then take pictures, right? One with the big bow, one with the smaller bow, and list them and see which one is more popular, right? You could even like put all three on there and see what works. So you can have several options, because some people are going to like way over the top, some people are going to like simple, right? Let's see, what time is it? Thank you. Okay, so my mailbox, my mailbox has like a little piece that comes up above the mailbox, and so I just tie it on there and I kind of turn it to the side where everybody drives past it. That way it's seen really well. I'll have to take a picture and show y'all, but alright, so there we are. I love the bow. Ta-da! I kind of like it on the wreath too, but then it covers up all that pretty bush. So, alright. So I had to show y'all. I just listed this kit today. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And this one is almost sold out. There is some left. So we have blueberries and we have ladybugs. Alright. Do y'all want to see something else? Or are you tired? Where is... I know, the mesh is pretty, isn't it? I love the bright colors too. I know, don't you love that gnome? I love the gnome. The tails on the long bow, on this bow, were 18 inches. Alright, so do y'all want to see something else? Or are you tired? Yeah, well, I know you do, Susan. You always say yes. Okay. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Alright, so I made this simple arrangement for my mom. And she asked me to make a second one. So, I thought y'all could watch me do that. Keep going. Okay. Alright. So my mom, when she was in the hospital, she, several of my friends sent her some flower arrangements, and they sent them in. It was funny because they all were the same thing. I mean, they came in the same container. So she wanted me to keep them so that I could use them to make an arrangement for her. All right, so I just took a one of those round balls and I cut it in half. Uh-oh, why is that out? Hold on, y'all. My battery's getting low. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so I just cut one in half. I put one in one of them and one in this one. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing what I call grouping. Whoops, sorry, Billy. All right. So all of this came from Sim's Pottery. All right. And what this is this is boxwood with little berries on it. And it's really great because it comes with like 6 in it. So 6 little bunches. And then I have regular boxwood. Okay. And I have some white tulips. So these are great white tulips because they have greenery and everything already in with them. So what I'll do is kind of push up the greenery like this. And we're going to cut them off. Okay. I'm going to cut them pretty long because I don't know exactly how long I need yet. And I love these tulips that they got this year. They're really good tulips. Good night. Okay. Uh-oh, we're missing a tulip. It'll be okay though. Okay. Alright. So let's see. Is this thing? Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from the outside to the inside. Okay, so what you do when you're doing grouping is think about it like if you were going to go outside and plant something in a planter in your garden, you would tend to keep the same things together, right? So that's grouping. So I just run it in my glue. I'm going to start from the outside. I'm going to go about 1 inch apart, okay? Like that. There's a trick to doing this. So if you go about 1 inch apart, what you're going to do is when you put your next group in, you're going to go in between where you put the last one. It's a way to use less, but still getting the same effect. So you're still getting that full effect, but you know, not using as much. So when I make boxwood wreaths, that's how I do it. I do them 1 inch apart, and then I put the next one right behind that, in between those two. I think I made the other one in my group. Didn't I? I love this. Is my favorite right now. This little boxwood with the little berries in it. Isn't it so cute? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay. I filled so many sign orders today. Holy cow. So you see how, can you see in there how we kind of have like 1 inch apart in there? Okay. So I figured we'd probably use maybe 4 bunches of each, or 3. But these are super inexpensive, y'all. I mean, they're like a couple dollars for one of these. So, they're very inexpensive, but they look awesome. See how full we already are? Okay. So this is why I start on the outside and go inside, because then I'm not going to have to use as much. Okay. Alright. So I kind of want to pull these out. This side of my styrofoam came down a little bit. So I want to wrench it back up. Okay. Okay. There we go. Alright. So see, when you kind of pull it out, you can see in there. Alright, so we've gotten pretty much what I wanted to get done with this. So now we're going to take just the regular boxwood, Sims Pottery. So Sims Pottery is a wholesale distributor. They're a wholesaler. And y'all, it's a lot cheaper to buy wholesale. So if you're selling stuff, you should be buying wholesale. Alright. So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to go in between where those other two are. Okay? So just take it, I go in between. Okay? And I'm not going to have to use as many as this because, and I want it to be a little taller. Alright, so I'm kind of like building up. So I just kind of push them aside, put that one in. So see, I probably have this cut 3 inches and I'm probably putting it down about 1 inch. Okay. So let me show you, see if I can do it so you can see. Alright, so I pull it back like this. So here's 2 right here. I'm going to put it about 1 inch behind it and right in between them. Okay. Oh, I could kind of make it a little bit easier for y'all to see close up. Oh, sorry. Alright. So I just keep doing the same thing. Right in between. Okay. And if you have your glue pot at the right temperature, you shouldn't have a ton of strings and you should be able to kind of dip it in there and then it's on there pretty well. You see that? Okay. So this is our second boxwood. Our second little thing of boxwood. Always with the glue strings. Okay. See, I have my glue temperature down low so it hardens quickly. And so sometimes the glue strings can be a pain because they dry so quick. But that's what you want. Alright, so see, I'm just putting it right in between. Like that. I don't think we'll have to use much of this one. Maybe 1 or 2. Okay. There. I'm not sure I need another one. Nope. Okay. So you can see how full it is. All right. So I always leave a couple of these so that when I'm done, if I need to fill in somewhere, I can quickly go in and just put a couple places. So like I have a spot right here where I can kind of see in. So I'll take one of the ones with the berries and I'll just plop it in there, and it doesn't take much and it'll cover that spot. So I just kind of go around. That was it. That was the only spot. Alright. So you see how we're doing grouping? So we did the berries on the bottom and then the boxwood. Okay, and now we're going to do the tulips. Okay. See, and this doesn't take much. Alright, I want to see what my longest tulip is. I think it's this one. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, so this is the one I'm going to put in the middle. And this is going to determine kind of how tall the others are going to get. So they can't get taller than that. So let's see. What I'm doing is trying to group them by size. Okay. Alright, so these are going to go around it. Almost, it's going to kind of sandwich it in. Like that. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Now we can kind of start filling in. I just want to take the longest three and do that. Or four, 3 or 4, and then I start filling it around it. See how easy and fast these are? You see what I mean by grouping? What do you think, Bella? Okay. I'm just getting glue strings. The glue strings are a real thing. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to just kind of fluff them apart a little bit so they're not so scrunched. You can also kind of bend them a little if you need to. Ta-da! Didn't we have another? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's put this in here, even though there's not a tulip on it. The greenery itself is helpful. Okay, there we go. Awesome! See, that was quick. Okay, y'all. That was a quick one, but I thought I might just do that while I was on here so y'all could see it. So she has one that's exactly like this. This is what she wanted. She just wants the simple white at the top, and then you see how it kind of, so we have the white at the bottom and then we have the white at the top, and how it kind of brings your eye all the way down because we have that coordinating white at the bottom. Thank you. Woo, Lordy. All right, I'm hot. Okay, y'all, so, let's see, what am I on next? I'm on, Sunday, but I have, I'll be on my Facebook page Friday at 1 o'clock if y'all want to come see me. I'll be doing something for Jess's birthday. Thank you. Yeah, this is just a very simple arrangement. Hey, sweetie.
Hello.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you. Try to come over and see me on Friday at like 1 o'clock. If I have time after that, I'll come over and do something for y'all. Oh, I do want to show you something. You see this? You can take leaves and you can run your scissors, closed scissors under them, and make them curl a little bit or move them the way you want them, because sometimes they don't want to curl in the direction that you want. And you can do that. All right. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you in a few days. Okay, y'all? Oh, did y'all have any questions that I missed? It was a twofer, yeah. It was a twofer. I call the mesh double foil, but it's also called premium mesh. Thank you. Do I ever make horror movie wreaths? You mean like the, oh, Friday the 13th. Just be careful that you don't do something that's copyrighted. I don't, just because a lot of them are copyrighted, but if the person buys something for you to put in the wreath, then you could do it. So that's what I would ask them to do. Yes, y'all stay safe. Thank you. Yes, do you want me to show the wreath? Okay. So this is the wreath we did. And we did this bow. So you could do double bow or one bow. Alright. Hopefully my mama will like this one. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a great night, and I will see you in a few days. Okay? Bye, y'all.